everyone. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing good. So today we're gonna do a little bit of a Vinyasa flow. So it should be a little bit more energetic. So we're just gonna try to flow a little bit more. So there's gonna be a bit more movement, and what I want you to do is try to really listen to your body. So try and do what makes you feel good. Obviously, there's a certain movements that you can follow that I'm doing, but I want you to take it to your own rhythm and really just feel your own limit and what feels good for yourself. So, as usual, we're going to start sitting down, just warming up slowly. So, sit down in a comfortable posture. So, with your back straight, shoulders back. I'm just going to start with a few deep breaths to wake up here, start off the day. So close your eyes. Try to recenter yourself. Okay, I'm going to take deep breaths in. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. So really listen to your body here. How do you feel today? If you have any tensions or anything, I'm going to try to work on releasing that. So a couple more deep breaths here. Long exhales. And we're going to start with 3 ohms, just to help with the focus here. So put your hands in prayer with an inhale. Inhale. And last time. Hands come back down on your knees. Open your eyes slowly. And we're going to start with a little stretch, side and back stretch. So inhale, bring both hands up. And we're going to move forward down towards the ground as far as you can reach. You can keep your fingers spread out and you're on the tips of your fingers. Let your head fall down. Feel the stretch in the bottom of your back. We're slowly getting to go over towards our left with our arms still extended. And try to keep your sitting bones down towards the ground. Feel the stretch in your right side. And we're going to move over to the right. And feel the stretch in the left. And back to the left. And this time slowly, we're going to open it up to the side. So you're going to Have your right arm come over you and open your side body. You don't have to be all the way down. You can be just on your hand. That's totally fine. And come back. Arms still extended in front of you. And we go to the right side. And same thing here. Slowly open up your left side. So left arm comes up over you. And open up your side. Be up on your hand if it's too intense. And come back to center. 3 deep breaths here. You have your forehead on the ground if you reach there. And with an inhale, you're going to bring yourself back up with your hands slowly. And we're going to come on our hands and knees. So we're going to start waking up the spine with the cat-cow movement, but I want you to experiment here. So whichever way you want to take it. So we can take it to the sides also. Move your head, stretch the neck. So you can just really go with the flow and feel how it is in your body. So just start inhaling the cow movement. Just a few times, some normal cat-cow movements. So back is rounding out, pushing in shoulder blades and curving in. So we can make it a bit rounder, look to our sides also. You can take a little bit of a hip movement in there. Just experiment here. What's waking you up? What works for you? Waking up the wrists also. Leading with your breath. So this is a good way to know your body. That's the way that I experiment, know what feels good and what doesn't. Backward and forward. Just try to take it slow for these first movements. The muscles are not yet warm. And then we're coming back to neutral. So plank posture here. And with the next inhale, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So push into your hands and your feet. And the hips come up. Straighten the legs. Bend the right and the left leg one after the other. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Great. Really open up those hands so you can have the hands really into the ground. And stabilize. Try to get those heels towards the ground with your exhale. Forehead towards the ground. Deep breath here. And as the next inhale, the right foot is going to come to the front of the mat. Exhale, the other foot, release. Inhale, roll yourself all the way back up. Head comes last, and arms reach up. Exhale, release. And we're going to warm up the body here with our sun salutations. So inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Legs are bent if it's the first one this morning. Sway side to side. Neck is released. No tension in the neck. And when you're ready, you're going to release your hands to the ground. And take your left leg to the back. Make a plank, straight back. Exhale to the ground, knee, chest, and chin. Inhale, our first Vinyasa. So take it slow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the front. Exhale, right. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. So here, same thing, go at your own rhythm. If I'm going too fast, you can slow down. But just remember to breathe. The body's making a few noises here. It's normal. Good morning. So I always start my classes with this Namasté, so sun salutation, because it really is the best way to warm up your entire body. We're bending pretty much on each side, from bottom to top, waking up the whole spine, forward and backward bends. So I really recommend this one to give yourself a good warm up. Even if you just start the day with only sun salutations, it's already a great start. So a couple more times here. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, come up. When you're here, it's nice to bend your knees lightly just so you don't hurt your back. Right foot to the back. Other foot, make a plank. Exhale to the ground. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Come back to the front. Inhale all the way up. And one last time on the left side. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale down. Weight towards your toes. Left foot to the back. Right foot press into those shoulder blades. Exhale to the ground. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot to the front. Exhale, release. And inhale, all the way back up. Release. Open up the legs a little bit here. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel your heart rate. Be nice and warmed up. Roll your shoulders back if needed. Great. Bring your feet back together. And then we're going to come to warrior one. So bring your left foot to the back of the mat. Back leg is straight. Check you have a 90-degree angle here. Bring your hands up over you. Sit into the posture here. And open into warrior two. So your back heel comes to the ground. Open up your arms. Check your shoulders are down. Same thing here. You can see your front toe. And reverse that warrior. So bring your left hand down on your left leg. Open up here. Look up or down towards your foot. Come back up. And your right arm is going to go on your right leg. So you can either stay here with your arm up or your arm over your ear, whichever is more comfortable for you. Open up again, and we're going to reverse another time. So fall back on your leg. And come back all the way to the ground this time. Both hands on the outside of the foot. Come back into downward facing dog. So you can have your foot come directly to the ground and bring the right foot up. Your leg is straight. Keep your hips parallel to the ground here for now. Both hands are anchored into the ground, shoulders facing the ground. So good stretch in the back of the left leg. And that foot comes back down. And we're going to bring our left foot in between our hands to the front. Into warrior one. Push yourself up. Check the angle. Front knee, back leg is straight. Sink into it. Try to have your hips also here facing the front of your mat. Slightly tilt your pelvis in so you're not bending your back too much. And we're going to open into warrior two. Back heel comes down. Shoulders are down. Check on those arms. Look at at your front hand or just right in front of it. Now we're going to reverse. So fall back onto your back leg, so your right leg, front leg is still bent. Stretching out that left side. And come back. Bend your left arm on to your front knee. Have your arm straight over you or over your ear directly. Whichever is more comfortable. You'll get a bit more of a stretch with your arm over your ear. And come back, reverse that warrior again. And come back to the ground directly. Both hands out on the outside of the front foot. Come back to downward facing dog. Now we're going to bring that left leg up towards the ceiling. So leg is straight, foot is flexed. So take it slow here because it's quite a stretch on your leg. So just with your breath, take it a little bit further each time. Don't let your shoulders fall to the side here, so shoulders are parallel to the ground. And slowly bring that foot back down. Take a short break in child's pose here, so your heels come down on, your hips come down onto your heels, forehead to the ground. You bring your arms next to your legs, so your shoulders just relax here for a bit. Your legs should be quite warm here. Breathe it out. Great. Come back up, so push yourself back up. And once again, down dog. And bring your left foot to the front. We're going to open up first in warrior two. And we're going to take a slight twist here. So you're going to bring that back heel off the ground and twist over to the other side. As far as, obviously, if you're just here, it's okay. Wherever you can go. Back leg is still straight. And come back to that warrior two. And we're going to straighten out the front leg. We're going to come into triangle pose. So bring yourself slightly forward. Your chest goes forward with your hand. And down, your hand goes down towards the floor. So if you're touching your foot, that's great. If you're not, you can be here. That's also fine. Your arm, same thing here. You have two options. It can be up towards the ceiling or over your ear. Remember not to fall over towards the ground. Really open your side body. And don't let your head fall down. Keep it against your arm, if that's where your arm is. Feel the stretch in the right side. Inhale, come back up. Bend that front leg again. Come into warrior one, facing the front of your mat. And you're going to push yourself up towards the front of your mat into chair pose. So stay with your legs bent here. Sit back, your feet are together. You can see your toes. Check on your back, posture. Arms are not completely straight above your ears. You can see your hands. And inhale, straighten the legs, arms go down. If you need to, shake those legs out a little bit. And we're going to come back into that chair pose, so feet come together. Slide down towards the floor. Look up towards your hands. Your hands are going to come in prayer. We're going to take a little twist here. So twist over to your right side. Your left elbow comes on your right knee. Press into your hands and look up. So make sure your left knee is not sticking out too much. Try to have them at the same level. 3 breaths here. Next inhale, come back to center, sit back up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Swipe down towards the floor, hands go up. Hands in prayer together. And we're going to bring our right elbow on our left knee. Press into your hands to get that twist. And look up. Check on those knees. And inhale, come back to center. Back up. And we're going to step back towards the other side. So your left foot is going to come back to warrior one. Open up into warrior two. Back heel comes down to the ground. Same thing here. We're going to take a twist. So your arms are going to come swaying around towards the other side. Back heel comes off the ground. As far as you can go. Remember, keep those shoulders down. Front leg is still bent. And come back into warrior two slowly. Both hands come to the ground on the outside of your foot. Come back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. If your shoulders are tired, feel free to come into child's pose. As I said, listen to your body, what it feels like today. And come back to the knees to the ground. And sit back on your heels here if that's comfortable for your knees. Otherwise, you can place something in between and sit back on it so it's not as intense on your knees. And we're just gonna open up the back a little bit more. So slight sway side to side. So bring your left hand on the side and sway your right arm over you. Stretch out there. as far as you can go. Your hips go up with that movement, come back down, and your right hand goes on the outside. And same thing on the other side here. So just taking a few movements here. As I said at the beginning, go at your own rhythm and go as far as you think you can go without hurting yourself. So this is a heart opening posture as well as a back bend. Even if it's not a full back bend. Great. And come back to center. Come back with your hips over your knees. And you're going to bring your right foot out in front of you. Try to tiptoe that foot a little bit further out. Straighten it if you can. If it's not straighten, it's okay. You can keep your back foot with the toes tucked in or out on the floor, whichever feels better for you. And we're gonna bend over that leg, get a good stretch in the back of the leg. So you can keep your hands on your waist or bring your hands towards the ground. Try to go slow here. So don't focalize on the way this posture looks. Don't focalize on it looking an ideal way. Just focalize on it feeling good for you. And your own progress is just fine. This is why I always recommend not to look at other people during yoga classes, because we tend to try to copy others and get the same results. In this case, you're probably alone at home, so don't have much to look at apart from me, but focalize, as I said, on yourself here. Inhale, come back up. Bring that leg behind you. Same thing on the other side. Bring that left leg out. So, as usual, there's probably one leg that's better than the other. That's also normal. Bend forward. So as I said before, if you don't need to lock your knee, you can have it slightly bent. Bring those hands forward slightly to help you go down gradually. Remember that your stomach is coming towards your leg first before your head to your leg. And inhale, come back up. And we're going to come to standing. Open your legs slightly, a little bit wider than hips distance. And your feet are slightly open to the side. We're going to squat down here slowly. So hands come into prayer. Squat down all the way towards the ground. And sway a little bit side to side here. If that's possible for you, if that's okay with your knees. And slowly come to a stable posture here. You can close your eyes here if you're comfortable. Try to keep your chest as open as possible. And your elbows are here pushing against your knees, so you're really getting also good hip opening. Great. And we're going to slowly sit on the ground. Come to the ground if you're there. And I'm going to do a little bit of butterfly. So this is a great one for your hips and also your back, because it really, you have to have your back as straight as possible here. So you're using your arms to push yourself forward. You go up and down with your hips. Great. And if you want to, you can take your feet in between your hands and use your elbows to push your knees a little bit closer to the ground. Remember here not to hunch too much. I know it's hard in this posture, but really try to look forward and open the chest. Great, release. We're going to do a little bit of a different posture here. So it's a little bit of balancing posture as well as hip opening. So take it as far as you can. There's no obligation. If you only get one side today, that's fine. So you're going to take your right foot, the right big toe in between your fingers. And you're going to extend that leg towards the side. So this is great if you can only do one side. If it's not straight, don't worry about it. You are where you are. We're going to try to find a balance on our hips here and do the same thing on the other side. So take your left big toe in between your fingers and open up towards the side and open that chest. Don't round, otherwise you'll fall back. And try to find the point of balance here. That's great. Open up the chest. So this is, I find this to be a fun posture, but it's a bit challenging in the beginning. Really find that point of balance. It might take a while, but eventually you'll find it. Keep your back as straight as possible. And then come back. So fold one leg in and the other. Great. Now we're going to open the legs again, but this time we're going to be on the floor, so no balancing. Open your legs to the side. So remember, what's important here is that you're comfortable. So if you're just here, that's fine. You want to be able to stay in the posture as long as possible and being able to breathe. And we're going to fold over to one side. So your left arm's going to come up and fold over on your right leg. Then use the arm that's on the floor to press against your right leg so that you're not folding over on the ground. You're really opening up the side here. And try to imagine that your left leg and your left hip is trying to stay glued into the ground. So there's really an extension coming from both sides. inhale, come back to center. Pause here. We're going to go on the other side. So extend your right arm up towards the ceiling and fold over your left leg. So both feet are flexed here, and try not to let them fall down towards the ground. Toes are facing towards the ceiling. As we did last time here, you can experiment with our arm. So have it straight or have it bent. Have the palm facing towards the ground or towards the ceiling. Really try to feel that difference. How does it feel? Close your eyes if you need to. And your right sitting bone is trying to stay glued on the ground as much as possible. And inhale, come back to center. Great. And I'm sure you know what comes next. We're going to go to the center. So you're going to try to bring yourself forward slowly here with your hands. Same thing here. Try to not let your toes fall to the ground. Pointing towards the ceiling. And you can just stay here. Wherever you are is fine. If you have your elbows on the ground, just use your elbows as a support. Take it slow. If you feel like you can go a little bit further, go ahead. So if you're not very far, don't get frustrated with it. You can use your hands as a support. And inhale, slowly come back up. Bring yourself up. Nice. Bend your legs here, so bringing your legs a little bit closer. We're going to sway side to side, so kind of a counter movement. Feels really good on the hips. Great. And come back to center. We're going to lay on our tummy. And that. Make a cushion with your hands. For a second here. And we're going to work a little bit more on the heart opening posture. Trying to really extend our body towards each side as possible. And that spine is bending on in each possible way also. So we're going to bend in those legs and take your ankles in between your hands and your forehead to the ground. And with an inhale, you're going to push your feet, ankles into your hands. Push, push, push. And that's going to bring your chest off the ground. You're lifting your chest off the ground with your feet pulling back. If your legs are still on the ground, that's totally fine. You'll still get a back bend out of it. And if you want, you can even have a little balance here. It'll give your stomach a massage. And release back to the ground, and your head comes to the other side. Cushion. And we're going to do that a second time. So forehead to the ground. Grab your ankles. Inhale, push into those hands. So the whole work is really coming from those pushing movement with your ankles. And release back to the ground. Push yourself back into child's pose. Get that spine bending in the opposite way. And we'll come into Shavasana. So sit onto your sitting bones and both legs are straight out in front of you. Legs and feet together and bend those feet. And we're going to extend the arms up towards the ceiling and reach forward. So if you can reach your feet, do. If not, just put your legs on your hands on your legs. Open the chest. And take it slow. Bringing yourself forward with each exhale. Inhale, bring yourself up. Extend. And exhale back down. I like to take this little break in the middle. So the stomach is coming towards the legs first. It really allows to get the best back stretch possible. Inhale, release, and come back up slowly. Bring those hands behind your back. Your fingers are facing towards your body. Just a few centimeters behind you, not too far. And with an inhale, you're going to push into your heels, bring your hips up. And if that's okay with your neck, release your head, look back. Try to push those hips up as far possible towards the ceiling. The toes are trying to touch the ground. And release, come back down. The head comes last. or lie down on your back. Bring both legs in towards your chest. Roll side to side here. So we started off the session pretty active. Body got warmed up quite quickly, but it's always good to slow down before the end. Give your body the time to adapt, the blood to flow. We're going to go into Happy Baby, which is a great posture to finish. So you can take your feet in between your hands and your legs are bent to the sides of your body. So you're trying to push your knees closer to the ground with your hands. You're pulling your feet towards you. Still do that little rocking from side to side. What you want to make sure is that your entire back is on the ground, so you're not lifting your bum off the ground here. And come to a stable posture and just breathe into it a few times here. Two more breaths. And release your legs down to the ground. And we'll take a final little twist here. Bring your right leg in towards you. And the knee is going to fall towards your left side. Right arm is extended on the right side. Look over to your hand. The knee is trying to reach towards the ground, while your right shoulder is trying not to lift off too much the ground. So the more you ease into these poses, the more further. You let go of any resistance. Come back to center. Bring the leg down. And the opposite leg comes in. And twist towards the other side. Really let go here. And inhale back to center. And leg comes down to the ground. And we've arrived to Shavasana, so final relaxation. Open your legs wide, Arms to the side, palms facing the ceiling. Bring yourself to a comfortable, stable pose. So we're going to sigh it out. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Another time. Last time. Great. Stay still here. Try not to move anymore. Scan over your body. How does everything feel compared to the beginning of the session? Feel the points of contact with the floor. Imagine the blood flowing through your body. So as you imagine that blood going through the body, visualize every part of the body that it's going through. And as you visualize them, let them relax even more. Breathe slowly but normally. Don't have to fill your lungs up entirely. Don't forget to visualize your face also. When you're done, we'll just stay here a little bit more into silence. You can stay here as long as you want. And if you're ready, you can start stretching out, moving toes, feet, hands, arms, giving yourself a nice stretch. Rolling over to your side with your eyes still closed. And bringing yourself up to sitting posture. I'm going to finish with 3 ohms as we started. Bring your hands in the heart, at the heart center. Inhale. Thank you very much, everyone. And I hope you start off your day nicely with this yoga class. And have a great day, everyone. You can like the class and share it if you enjoyed it. And have a lovely day once again.